Okay, so you want to do Inktober or whatever other art challenge you've picked out. Good luck with that. October rolls around, we all get very cocky, and then we all eat absolute dust about 3 days in. My credentials for talking about this is that I have tried and failed an exorbitant amount of times. Honestly, it started as funny, then got sad, and then turned around and got funny again. That's how many times I've tried to do 30-day art challenges and not finished it. The first time I ever finished a 30-day art challenge was in April 2018. And I made a YouTube video about it. The first ever YouTube video on this channel is me talking about Art Pro. It's a doozy of a video. The music is so loud, I don't recommend. Watch this instead. And then after that, I finished Inktober once. In October 2020, I did all 31 days of Inktober. A lot of horrible things happened in 2020, but there was a shining light at the end of the tunnel for me, and that was finishing Inktober. And then last year I tried and gave up about a week in, which is about par for the course. It's all fun and games the first couple of days, and then yeah. Now let's start with the classic, Inktober. What is Inktober? Inktober is a daily art challenge that was started 14 years ago in 2019. 14 years ago. Jake Parker wanted to work on his inking skills and create a good drawing habit. And then in 2016, as far as I can tell, he started doing prompt lists that he has done continuously every year since then. I also found out that Jake Parker has his own Wikipedia page. He has 5 kids and lives in Arizona. And then in 2019, there was drama because he started sending out cease and desist letters because he trademarked Inktober. You can make drama about anything in any community. And now like Inktober has its own website. It has merchandise, it has YouTube videos, and every single October, every artist on the internet crawls out of their little holes to try and do Inktober or some other art challenge. Look, I'm not saying that Jake Parker could like take over the capital, but I feel like
I need to learn how to keep my mouth shut for like legal reasons.
Here are some tips and tricks. Take what you want to use and don't take the other stuff using a prompt list. I have never managed to finish an art challenge with a prompt list. Why is this step number 1? Good question. I've never successfully followed someone else's, and I genuinely think it is because I need to make up the words myself to feel like I can get inspired by them. If I just see a list of words, all of my creativity just evaporated. I can't do it. It's too much pressure. So I've created my own. You can create your own. If not, there are so many different prompt lists. The most common ones I see are Peachtober, of course, by Furry Little Peach, and Magtober. And then I've seen Mosstober, and of course, the official Inktober one. Tip number 2, be realistic. You're not gonna make something worthy of the Sistine Chapel every day, all right? Sorry. And if you have a tendency to get overwhelmed, limiting your tools can be very helpful. Come prepared. Some people will call this cheating, and I say, oh my god, it's an art challenge, get over yourself. Inktober started as a daily thing. I get that the premise of like the October thing is like doing something every day and like building a good habit. It has become something bigger than that. It is no longer about creating a good habit, it is about posting every day. And honestly, if that is your goal, if you want that to be your goal, preparing beforehand is like a smart thing to do. If you want to like minimally prepare, you can write down your ideas. Number 4, you can set a specific goal. This isn't something you have to do. A lot of the time, the goal is to finish, which is daunting enough in and of itself. So if you feel like I do not need any more pressure, that's fine. When I did Inktober 3 years ago, you know what my goal was? I want to fill this godforsaken sketchbook. So if you, like me, prefer doing it physically, here are some tips on taking the photos. Because God knows, we've all tried to figure that one out at some point. I have a ring light, which is fine. I would suggest using natural lighting. Find a window. Natural lighting is usually preferable, but if you don't have it, get a lamp. Overhead lighting, it does cast some really ugly shadows, not gonna lie. Maybe just a desk lamp, hold your phone as close to it as well. And don't, for the love of God, don't hold your phone under the light. That's how you get shadows. When I took my photos for the Inktober ones, the first couple of days, there's this horrid orange cast, which is because I had a orange filter on my ring light and I just didn't take it off. I was just like, yeah, this is fine. No! For cameras, your phone will probably do the trick. If you have a different camera, you can use that. What is nice about newer phones, at least the iPhones, is that you have the little cross in the middle, so you know when you're holding it straight. You can also scan your drawings. I recently bought a scanner, and yesterday I lost my sketchbook. My bedroom is roughly 12 square meters, and I've lost my sketchbook in it. And I'm confused as to how that's even possible in such a small space. But the hunt will now start. This is the box of my scanner that I keep my scanner in so it just doesn't get dusty. Girl, we cannot be doing this. And when push comes to shove, I want you to remember that if you miss a day, nobody cares. You are the blip of a memory for people when they are scrolling through social media, which is a horrible feeling in some sense, but it does kind of feel good to know that, you know what, no one is gonna notice. It's October. There will be about 3 billion other people posting their drawings every day. There will be other things to keep people entertained if you forget a day. So grab your pencils and pens and sketchbooks or tablets or whatever else you use and go into the world now knowing that I'm rooting for you. Legitimately, I hope you do it. I hope you do it because I hope I do it. I will be posting my photos on Instagram, so if you want to follow me there, you can do that. And as a little treat to whoever's still here, I'd like to share my lukewarm take that I've never watched Game of Thrones. I've managed to avoid it for a decade, and I'm sure, I haven't spontaneously combusted yet. So I'm sure I'll be fine. And I have no plan on watching it either. Like, genuinely, no interest in watching Game of Thrones. And that is character building, in my opinion.